तभी लेते
Nobody can stop development. Nobody can stop the growth of a country in terms of population and in terms of the infrastructure that ultimately builds. So all this have to be factored. But now it has become a sort of fashion to oppose even good things. And then people get confused, what is bad and what is good. I say oppose the bad things. It's your duty as opposition. But don't oppose the good things as well. Then Goa will suffer and all of us will suffer. But ultimately, it's like when the dust settles, clarity is there. End of the term, people will realize, wow, this is the work what the BJP government has done. Is this the work done after this government, Dr. Pramod Sawant along with his team has worked? And then there are bound to be results like people never expected will come and get elected for the third time, maintain incumbency. In fact, the type of work that will happen, which I am confident, under honorable leadership of Sri Narendra Modi ji, all the central ministers helping us with our own leaders here, Goa is on the trajectory of great growth and we will be progressing as one of the best states in the country, which I am very confident the work that is happening. Sometimes results take a little time to show, and as you know, we are elected for 5 years. I said, इतले तरी passes करा 5 वर्ष राहा आणि मागीर judgment करा. Police मोदी midstream दर्यामध्ये असताना तू judgment करतलो. असं जायना. When you finish the journey, then you tell how much fish you have caught, whether something is there in your net, how much you have, what good fishing you have done. So good one. Similarly, what good progress you have done in about 5 years, and that will be there for everyone to see.
So when you talk about Dagoli personally, we realized that Joggers Park turned out to be one of the best parks across the state, across the center. When we talk about the WOW plant, it has been almost like the best waste out of wealth facility in Goa and India also. So how do you look at developments? It's like a landmark for Dagoli personally.
I am personally very, very happy because two landmark projects, which is the Joggers Park, as the Honorable Chief Minister said, it is the best park in the country in panchayat areas, which is a fact, which has been applauded by the centre. Not to forget to mention that we are further improving it. So it will be really the best, maybe in the world. I had the other day a person from America in the park when I was taking a walk. He recognized me on my photograph and he said that, wow, are you the person that photographed there? You have done this park? We don't have something like this in America. I was so thrilled. I had another person who was the chief engineer of the power corporation of Uttarakhand. He had a full group which was full of praises. He said, we have never seen this type of thing. And then when they knew about the WOW plant, they said, what thinking and what planning. So that gives me immense satisfaction. We don't waste drinking water, water out of waste, electricity out of waste. That's why it is WOW plant, wealth out of waste. So water coming from that waste and watering 6,000 plus plants is an awesome thing to happen. So these two things happening in my constituency, I am very pleased. I am having a similar project coming up at Chikalim at the junction. As person comes out to the airport going to Panjim or going to Vasco will say, wow, that sort of thing is coming up at before end of next 2 years. That will also be a reality. New Wadem, which is the primary place where my office is there, always congested. Why? Because the railway bridge is so narrow, 2 cars can't cross. Children suffer, office goers suffer, commuters suffer. Now work has already started. Within next 8 months, you will have more than double the size of the bridge there, which is the reality. Opposite that will be new toilet blocks being built. The garbage site which is there dump will be something of the past. So there is so many things are happening. I can go on and on, but I simply want to say the speed with which I am doing, I have done, people will see it double in this particular 2025, which I can promise them. I don't want to forget, if at all I have been able to do this, people keep singing my praises. They are not my praises. People who supported me, my entire Karyakartas, who are so vociferous in supporting me, my panchayat bodies, whether it is Chikalin, whether it is Bogmalo, they have always stood by me, and our entire band of sincere, dedicated workers who always push me, and the voters in general, because if the voters had not voted, what would the Karyakartas do? They have elected me for the third time from doubling, 4 times in Kottagal. That makes me a 7-time MLA, and I am very happy about that, and I know I am growing from strength to strength with people's love and support, which will continue in the future as well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bogmalo house to house, you are visiting and wishing people in the New Year's. As a minister of the state government, what is your message for the people?
See, first of all, Happy New Year to each and everyone in Goa, in particularly the people of Dublin constituency. While wishing Happy New Year, it's not possible physically to visit each and everyone. But wherever my close friends are there, I have made it a point to visit, and it's a very happy feeling that today my friend Stephen along with Kamita are moving in a new house as well. So it gives great pleasure to me that people have moved in a new house, and that they have chosen New Year to be the day that they will move in. What is most important is every New Year, as you know, people make resolutions, they plan different things. My simple resolution is even to work harder and at a greater speed than that I have been working, whether it is in my portfolios, whether it is in the government, whether it is doing people's work in the constituency, whether it is launching projects, whether it is doing the party work, which I never forget, because that is the most important thing which sustains any government and make them electable amongst the people. So this way my work will continue, but it will continue with much more force and much more zeal. That is what I want to say.
Sir, as a very productive minister in the state government, any new policies that are being implemented in the schemes over there?
Yeah, if you look at my portfolios, any portfolio you name them, something new is always happening. Like in transport, we have electrical buses. We are planning to buy even more of the other buses, because in view of the 15-year scrapping policy of KTC buses, we have to have new buses on the road. And Honorable Chief Minister has been kind enough to sanction them every time I have asked for them on behalf of Kadamba Transport Corporation. What is important is the ease of travelling for people, and we are going to make it more and more easy for people to travel in due course of time. It does take time, funds are a constraint. The particular stakeholder who was supposed to supply electrical buses did not supply in time. All these are practical problems, but I want to put it on a totally different roadmap, so if things will happen much faster than they are happening. Then as far as people are concerned, digitize as much as possible, where there is more simple way for the people. They don't have to visit the RTO office every now and then. This is how I plan to transform the transport department, and much more things which I don't want to say, but I want to implement them and show. In the same way, our bus sports which are coming up, in fact we have a RFQ is already ready. They have shortlisted some people who will give us plans to have this modernization of bus stands, whether it is Benjim or Margam or Vasco or Mapsa. In the first instance, I want to take this four on a PPP basis, where big players like even Tatas for that matter, I don't know if they will get it, and there are other players as well who want to invest in this sector. And if they invest, then we will have our bus stand looking like bus sports, like how you have posh airports, something like that. If this happens, it will be a game changer. I think end of my term, by the time after end of another 2.5 years, this will become a reality. I am very confident. In Panchayati Raj, we have introduced so many reforms. We have a technical cell which you are already aware. which clears projects very fast, so much so that we are now lack of funds sometimes. The work day happens so fast even at the panchayat level. Maximum number of buildings or markets or common places have been built under Deen Dayal Infrastructure Development Scheme, which is a record by itself at the fastest pace possible. There is no file that remains in my office more than a day. The same day the file comes, it gets cleared. I can vouch for that. I don't keep a single file pending. Then, of course, as far as industries is concerned, the testimony of a new industrial policy, launching a new warehousing and logistic policy, which is going to in turn result in the long term Goa developing as one of the largest trading hub, which is my dream, and it is bound to happen in the next 10 years. Already things are happening with 2 airports, one in the north, one in the south. Dabolim International Airport, which is the primary airport, and the new airport Mopa in North Goa are going. Then 2 railways, South Western Railway, Konkan Railway, as well as good road network, thanks to Shri Nitin Gadkari ji and the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji for sanctioning so much of funds and improving our roads in such a way that the impact of that is even felt in Dabolim. You have a new flyover coming up. In fact, the first flyover was in Dabolim, which was the great separator near the airport. Now another flyover is coming, connecting Dabolim from Bogmalo junction up to Queenie Nagar, which is the new work of 650 crores, which work has started. It is going on at a frenzied pace. There was no time even to lay the foundation stone. Nitin Gadkari believes in doing work so fast. The second phase is from Queenie Nagar up till Verna junction, which is again 1,860 crores. Detailed DPR is already ready. That also will be done. This type of development which is taking place, for that matter, in entire Goa has never been seen. You have some pessimists who are always going to be like that, who at one time said third bridge is never required over Mandovi. Today, even after having 3 bridges, the traffic is congested. So nobody can stop development. Nobody can stop the growth of a country in terms of population and in terms of the infrastructure that ultimately builds. So all this have to be factored. But now it has become a sort of fashion to oppose even good things. And then people get confused, what is bad and what is good. I say oppose the bad things. It's your duty as opposition. But don't oppose the good things as well. Then Goa will suffer and all of us will suffer. But